Hi boys and girls, I'm going to be teaching you about greater than, less than, and equal to today. You will need a pencil, and if you want to follow along, you can print off this page from Plus Portals. It's the page that has 12, and 12 is the first problem. And it's under greater than, less than, most likely. Or you can just follow along with me without the worksheet. So before we can get started, we have to understand how numbers work. So I drew a number line, and as our numbers get bigger, you can see that they're increasing in value with the dots. So as we go down the number line, or as we go up the 100s chart, we know that our numbers are getting bigger. Like 10 is bigger than 3 or more. Or 8 is bigger or greater than 3. And we could do it the opposite. 2 is less than 8. And you can see that with the dots. So we kind of have to understand how numbers work before we get started. As our numbers get bigger down the number line or down the 100s chart, they're increasing or worth more. We also have to know our signs. So this is the greater than sign. So notice how we have this opening first, and then it comes down to a point. It kind of reminds us of an alligator mouth. Okay, and to help you with this, there's a helpful trick. We always say the alligator eats the bigger number. You say it with me. The alligator eats the bigger number. Okay, so we have this opening and it comes to a point. That's the greater than sign. Okay, then we have the less than sign. So see how we have the point first and then the opening, and here's our alligator again. He's the opposite direction. So we have greater than and less than. Do you see the differences? They're pointed in different directions. So that can be confusing, but remember, the alligator eats the bigger number. That's right, that will help us. And then we have the equal to sign. You might remember this from addition and subtraction. We will need this sign when our numbers are the same. Okay? All right, so we've got the signs. Now we can get started, okay? So I have this sheet in front of me. Again, you don't need it. You can just follow along. So let's look at the first problem. Okay, we have 12 and 12, an easy one to start off with. So these numbers are the same, right? So we are going to use our equal to sign because these numbers are the same. So on your worksheet, you can record an equal sign in the box. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, we have 20 and 16. So we have to figure out if 20 is greater than, less than, or equal to 16. Well, we know they're not equal to, so we have to figure out greater than or less than. So if this is tricky, one thing you could do is draw a picture to help you figure it out. So I'm going to draw a picture. So I know that 20, if I count by tens, 10, 20, that's 2 tens blocks. Okay, so what I drew is two tens blocks because one of these has 10 and the next one has 10. So 10, 20, there's my 20. Okay, now I'm gonna draw 16. This picture is helping me compare the numbers. So I know 16 has a tens block. And then it has 6 ones. Okay, so let's make sure my picture is right. Okay, and I'll write which one it is. Okay, so let's see, 10, 20, there's 20. Okay, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so now I can look at my picture. Did I have enough to trade in for another tens frame? No. Okay, so from my picture, I can tell that 20 is more, or 20 is greater than 16. So now I have to figure out which sign to use. Okay, 20 is greater than 16. Remember my helpful trick. The alligator always eats the bigger number. So I'm gonna look at my signs, and is the alligator eating the bigger number? Is his opening about to chomp 20? Yes, so we know we're right. So this reads 20 is greater than 16. So on my worksheet, I'm gonna record that sign. I'm gonna make sure the opening or the alligator mouth eats the bigger number, 20. So 20 is greater than 16. All right, let's try another one. This one should be easy peasy. 18 and 18. Greater than, less than, or equal to? Go ahead and tell me. Good job. Another, equal to. They're the same. So on your worksheet, you can write an equal to. Let's try the next one. 13 and 11. Equal to, greater than, or less than? Let's draw a picture to help us figure it out. Okay, so we have 13. I know that that's a tens block. And 3 ones. And then 11 is a tens block. And 1 1. Okay, so let's look at our picture to help. Okay, so we have a tens block and 3 and a tens block and 1. Which one is more? 13, because it has 2 more ones blocks. So now we've got to figure out which sign to use. Okay, so the alligator always eats the bigger number. So I'm going to look at my signs, and is the alligator eating the bigger number? See his mouth open wide? Yes. So this reads 13 is greater than 11. So I'm going to record that on my sheet. $13 is greater than 11. All right, let's do one more together. We have 11 and 12. So we have to figure out, is 11 less than, greater than, or equal to 12? Let's draw a picture one more time to figure it out. So I have 11. Oh, I just drew that one. I knew it was a tens block. And 1 and 12 is a tens block and 2. These pictures really help. Okay, so down here we have 1 ones block, and then we have 2. So it looks like 12 is more or greater than. So let's figure out our sign. Okay, so this time we have 11, our smaller number on this side, and we have our bigger number on this side. The alligator always eats the bigger number. So this time, I'm gonna have the alligator mouth go this way, opening to the bigger number, and then the point is to our smaller number. So this reads 11 is less than 12. So I'm gonna make sure that this time, when I write my sign, it's going the opposite way. So see how it's pointing to the smaller number and opening up to the bigger number? All right, I hope you had fun learning about less than, greater than, and equal to. Feel free to go ahead and do the other problems on the page if you'd like, and have a good day. Bye.